about this for years to come. It's probably be a defining moment in how people think of you. Be like,
We're
ooh, uncentered hat guy.
It's okay. We're doing it raw, ladies and gentlemen. Raw as in I came unprepared with anything. But I think it's all well. It's all well. Cause
Was that
anyways, anyways.
is that the intro? I can't see when you start recording. Is that it?
Yeah, we're raw,
Yikes.
raw and uncut right here. Take that any way you please. Anyways, Ethan, how
No
was your
thanks.
last week and weekend combo? Have you been?
It was pretty eventful. Went and visited some college friends, had a good time. Recovered all day on Sunday, and I'm barely alive today. How about yourself?
Doing all right. Um, well, I say doing all right. You know, we're a little rough mentally, a little anxious over the past week. Just work related stuff. I won't really get into that, I guess. Well, I can touch on it later if we have time. But besides that, I kind of wish you were here to be honest, because I've got a little bit of a sunburn going on, a little bit of a and I don't
Oh
have
no.
anybody here with me to put aloe on, and
I
I could
I don't
use
know of
the extra
anybody over
hand.
here who would be willing to do that. So
Well,
tough out of luck.
damn, a little bit of a throwback there, but yeah, I do have a sunburn. I was out on Lake Michigan on Saturday. It was overcast, so I was like, I ain't putting on sunscreen when it's overcast. What kind of pussy does that? And then I got sunburned. Dude,
Sounds about
I
right.
was in the water. I was in your ocean, man. And I can confirm to you it is not salt water, Ethan. Somebody thought it was
You don't
salt
know.
water.
You have to drink more to get to the salty part. The salty part's at the bottom.
Oh, of course. Of course.
The lake flipped. That's what that means.
So yeah, I was surprised it was kind of chilly, but like once you're in it, like you're in it, man. It's not really that bad at all. It's kind of nuts. Mm.
Nice, nice. I'm gonna say because, I mean, it's probably colder up there than what it is here. What temperature was it this weekend? Was it like
Well,
70s,
on
80s?
Saturday it was probably about 73, I think. What it said. Oh, 73 and overcast. So like it was a little breezy, so it's chilly, slightly chilly, I say that, but I was comfortable until you get in the water. So, yeah. What did you do any activities at all? Did you actually follow up on our last episode? You didn't get any action. No ladies that you dined at all,
No comment.
huh? Okay. Okay. Fair, fair. I
We'll just
respect your
we'll just
game.
leave it there.
I respect your game.
We don't need to worry about what happens.
Okay. Okay. Right. Maybe we'll follow up later on. You know, we were talking about doing. I don't even remember if this was in our last episode where we talked about the therapy stuff, like
I
the
think that was
couples
after.
therapy.
Yeah, do couples therapy anytime someone I'm talking to is like, well, after they dip or I dip, whatever, just bring them back, and maybe we can sort it all out. There, there is there is a connection. We had that connection for those 3 hours we were texting that one night. We could have that back. That could be forever.
Mm-hmm. 3 hours. That's crazy. I was actually getting some feedback on from our pod listeners on the situation that you experienced, and I guess I can pass this on to you. Some listeners,
Uh oh.
I will preface they are female, so like there's an
Oh no.
automatic appeal to the female side as well, which, that's fine. Um, they were saying, well, maybe this was in terms of the Holocaust joke, right? They're like, well, maybe they were trying to appeal to what they thought your sense of humor was and realized it was an immediate flop and kind of got nervous and bailed.
Oh,
Which,
that much I knew. Yeah.
yeah, which I was like,
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know, but from what you told me, I didn't feel like they were trying to appeal to your humor. It felt, for me, it was like, I don't know, trying to get you to never respond again. Because that's a crazy thing to say.
well,
Because
but
it
see, that would
wasn't
only make
funny.
sense if I was even talking in the first place. No, I think your female friend that told you that was definitely right. Definitely on the nose about that one.
But
Um,
it still doesn't explain, like, the fact
but
that she
I don't know.
kind of just ghosted you to begin with. Like, the first ghosting.
First ghosting. There's so
Yeah.
many ghosts. Basically, the paranormal episode right now. Paranormal episode.
It all goes back to
um,
ghosts.
Yeah, see, that's the part that I don't know. I was just a little confused on. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's already happened again with someone else since that video came out, where something similar happened. It's brutal out there. I think I actually might have like psychic powers because I can just see ghosts. They all live on Hinge. And if you talk to them, you can get them to flicker the light on and off and communicate back to you for a little bit, and then they haunt someone else. That's how it goes.
So Hinge is the place these days then, huh? Are you like
We'll see.
checking out the Jasper area, or are you mostly Bloomington?
There's like 5 people in the Jasper area, in really our entire county. So no, my range I think reaches like 30 to 40 miles, where there's an actual population center.
Yeah.
But the reason it's Hinge over other dating apps, there's like two, maybe three reasons. I mean, first, Tinder is, I don't know, man. It's just Tinder. Like you get on and look at the profiles, and you can just tell nobody's there for
You
like
can
something real. At least
well,
there's like almost none.
yeah, it doesn't feel like there's a commitment factor when you're just scrolling through Tinder. At least whenever I
It
had it,
it
that's kind of
doesn't.
what it felt like around Jasper or just anywhere I used it. I had
Yeah,
never
you can.
used Hinge when I was on dating apps, but I also never really took them seriously, so I don't know.
And that's the way you have to do it. If you take him seriously, you're gonna get destroyed
Yeah.
mentally, emotionally. It's just not good.
I will say if you
Not
use
physically, because none of them will ever meet up with you.
I'll say if you are looking for actual communicative females, you could try Bumble because that one they actually have to respond. They have to communicate first, right?
No,
No?
the Bumble has changed.
Oh
I
no.
did get back Bumble at one point, thinking it had been years since I had it, and I got it because I was kind of done with all the other ones. I was like, let's try something different, and now Bumble has it where you can do an automatic response whenever you match with somebody as a female,
Oh, like one of
and
those
it's just the
prompts?
waving. Well, it's just like something that automatically gets sent anytime you match.
Uh,
And I don't know if it's the recommended one or if this is just what everybody has chosen, but it's the waving emoji. It's just a hand going like this. So you match with someone, you instantly get just a waving emoji, and now it's on you again. And at least here, I can't speak
that's
for everywhere, but the people on Bumble are, it might be worse than Tinder. It's not good there either, and there's not very many. I feel like that dating app is kind of dead, which leaves
yeah.
Hinge in the I don't know. I guess the best position that you could expect from a dating app, where it looks like people are interested in something. You have all the prompts and stuff, so there's a little bit of personality, and then you can actually like say something to them initially to start a conversation.
Yeah.
Um, because even though I am the spitting image of Henry Cavill or the sexiest man alive, I mean, just insert face right here. Apparently, my personality is what does most of the work. So I I kind of need that word feature in order to start a conversation. So I feel like that's I feel like it gives you a better shot, if you can, say something funny or, interesting about a hobby or something. It kind of gets you an in, you can stand out a little bit. Because from my understanding, a lot of people either just send likes without sending, anything about their prompts, or they just say something so obscenely terrible and gross that they won't get a match in 100 years.
Yeah,
So
like
I
the
feel like that
Holocaust joke.
already.
Just
Don't try
that's
that one at home.
you will not get a response for 13 business days, bro.
3 weeks. But so
Yeah,
I think that leaves the best odds. Um, but I don't know. Have you seen Hinge? Like, do you know what it looks like?
I don't even know what it looks like. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so
I've been out of
instead
the
of
game a while.
you have been out a while, but instead of like Tinder where you kind of like tap through someone's profile and there's like a few little words at the bottom if they bothered to fill out their bio, Hinge it kind of mixes the photos with all the prompts, and as you scroll, like
Ugh.
you scroll up and down, it's all one fluid thing, and so like they break up photos with the
Hmm.
prompts and all that, and then some information that they filled out about themselves. You can do like voice prompts and even videos and stuff too, so you can do things a little different.
So it's
I don't know.
kind of
And
their attempt at mixing personality in with pictures, pretty much.
it's an attempt, yes. Attempt
Yeah.
is the word for it because the ironic thing is you would think, you know, going through hundreds or thousands of profiles that, you would be seeing all these, crazy, unique, and original responses. But I bet 2 out of every 3 profiles I look at, I've seen the exact same answers for the same prompts on hundreds of other profiles. Like, I don't know if there's a hive mind controlling the Hinge profiles, but they do. There's a lot of like, and I can't think of any off the top of my head, which is so sad. Honestly, I should just hop on. It'll probably be the first one I look at. It'll just be like, or it'll be like things I really want to do this year. And then like that'll be the prompt. And then it's always just travel, and
Maybe
every single it's always just travel, and it's like whenever you see that for like the 200th time, it's like
travel
maybe
is
like
like such
where
a easy
something.
cop out for any freaking answer. I I
I
don't know. I personally hate the response of traveling. Like, yeah, everybody likes to fucking travel. It's not there's nothing unique about it. If you've traveled, tell me where you went, what you did. I don't like the copy and paste cop out answers and whatnot. But I mean, yeah, you said it's their attempt at mixing in personality, but you're really not going to know the person until you meet them because you can make yourself whoever you want to be on any of these apps. Just like with social media. It's the other reason. It's like you don't know any of these people based off of their social media profiles. They're chiseling out a sculpture of what they want themselves to be portrayed as. Like none of it matters really at the end of the day. So I don't know. That's my take on it.
Yeah, I don't know. It is pretty funny though because one of the I had thought of another really common one, and one of it is one thing you should know about me. It's the prompt,
Mm-hmm.
and there's like so many like I yap a lot.
I
There's
yap a
so
lot.
many of those, and then like you'll match and they'll give like 2 or 3 2-word responses to like some like in-depth thoughtful question about like a place they were at on their profile, or maybe like something that they said in one of their other prompts. It could be anything, and you just get like 2 or 3 2-word responses, and then just like never hear from them again, and I'm like, whoo. I must have just missed the yap session. You must have been taking a breather.
Yeah,
But I mean,
I don't remember who like where I saw this from, but it was something like if you actually are like chatting with these chicks on dating apps, um, if you don't take like what they call an I don't know if you just call it initiative or some kind of action thing by like the second or third response, they're immediately like uninterested. I have no like sources for that at all. I saw it somewhere. It could have been an article, it could have been a dang Instagram comment. I have no clue. But I saw like you have to take some like action step by the second or third response to something for them to like actually take it seriously or something. But I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I think a lot of that is, I don't know, part of that like alpha guy mindset that's going on online,
Mhm.
because I mean, at least from experience, I know a lot of like there have been people I've had like a conversation with like all night or something on Hinge, and it's like, hey, can I get your number? I don't
Yeah.
respond a ton on here, something like that, and then it's like, ooh, yeah, it's a little too soon. I normally don't do that for like a week.
Hmm.
It's like a week of on Hinge before I even get like a number. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of crazy.
I
So,
think
but then
that
I get there probably are people on the opposite side too. Probably are people that want to hear in like 2 to 3 times, but it's impossible to know within 2 or 3 texts what kind of person you're dealing with.
I think it
So,
really just does depend on the person. Yeah, cuz like not somebody be like, "Oh, he's really forward. I'm not into that," cuz that it could have the adverse effect. Um so yeah, I think the alpha guy mindset thing's probably pretty correct in that instance. Like they know what they're looking for. They may be just looking for a quick one night stand. They may just want a little fling or whatever and then, move on. And that probably works for them. Weeding out the women that want to do that. So I don't know. Maybe in terms of a deeper connection, a more long term thing, you probably want like a more deep, heartfelt conversation or like actually get to know the person or have fun with them first before you're like, hey, do you want to hang out? You know?
yeah, and there's a healthy balance because like the talking stages or whatever, and I hate that phrase,
It's
but
rough.
that last like weeks or like even like 2 months or something. It's like I'm not gonna talk to somebody for 2 months before I meet up. Like I'm usually like I will like my ideal timeline is match with somebody, you talk with them for I don't know, depending on how it goes and how much you guys are responding back and forth, anywhere from like a few days maybe to like a week, and then it's like, hey, let's go out and do something. But
Yeah.
if it starts getting like longer than like, I mean, a little longer than a week's probably fine. I mean, if it's
Hmm.
like it kind of slow, you both are busy or something. But if it's getting like 2, 3 weeks, it's like now you're probably just wasting time. It's just I don't know. They're
Because
just looking to talk. So
I could see that also helping with like building the tension, like each day you talk, but then you don't want to prolong it because then it's like, you get too stressed out about responding and you kind of get gassed a little bit. So I get what you mean. Sounds pretty valid to
mhm.
me.
Yeah, you just gotta. It's all about fishing. You gotta keep them on the line long enough, keep them interested enough, where they don't turn into a ghost halfway through your cast.
They
As you're
might
reeling them in.
rip that bait out, swim
Yeah,
away, or just let it go. Who knows?
it's tough. They say there's a lot of fish in the sea, but they never tell you to bring a bigger pole. Don't quote me on that.
I
That's now that I said that.
I've never heard that. I heard the fish in the sea thing and not a fan of that phrase. Way too cheesy. But then to bring a bigger pole is just that almost sounds like a shot. That sounds like a shot at some people.
I didn't quite realize what was happening as that came out of my mouth. But you know what? I do stand by that statement.
Goes
You don't need it, but it certainly helps.
It sound like you're taking shots at the fats, dude. That is not good, bro. Bring a bigger pole, bro.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking of it that way. See, I was thinking of it a different way, but
It
never
took you a
mind.
second.
I guarantee you, almost everybody listening probably going to be thinking of it my way,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, I hope they do, and I probably shouldn't have even said that.
I was gonna say that was just mean. That's the difference between my mind and your mind right there. There we go. Now
It,
we know what kind of guy Kieran
yeah,
is.
you
Now
have
we
a
know.
hive mind.
A hive mind.
The hive
Yeah,
mind.
see, I'm basic. I yap a lot and I like to travel.
That literally makes me want to put a bullet in your head, but not actually for not actually. It's Spotify and YouTube platform. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna roll out of the frame and never talk to
I
you
mean
again.
a ghost bullet actually. It's not even like a physical bullet, just a ghost bullet for the
Ghost
algorithm.
bullet.
Um, bro. Yeah, so you're getting responses from the Hinge bot overlords, I guess. That's crazy. Just
They are. See, there.
manufacturing them at a factory. Maybe they're using AI to respond, and AI's like, "Tell them you like to travel."
Actually, now that you mention that, I think one of their newest features is they use AI to rate your responses to prompts.
Rate
So they have
them?
AI. Basically, it basically tells you like you fill out a response to a prompt, and then an AI chatbot, which I mean obviously knows everything about a woman, so of course I trust it. Um,
Knows
it
more
has
about
access to
women than I
Reddit.
do. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I was gonna say it has access to Reddit. I'm sure it knows more than I do. So, but like, it'll sit there and it'll tell you like, oh, you don't have enough information, to like for them to get to know you, or maybe it's a little too generic or oversharing or something like that, or um, I mean, it always says this to my responses, but wow, that's a great response. It's like, thanks, man.
Okay.
I'm just gonna,
You work on
but
computers. You understand the algorithm, Ethan.
I know the algorithm. I'm not even filling it out for the girls. I'm filling it out to please the chat bot so it says I did a great job. I just want the validation from the chat bot saying you did a good job. I'm like, "Thanks, man. That means a lot."
Well, when it just sits there saying 7 out of 10 great responses, you're like, I gotta go for the big one, man. You can't leave if you're less than 100%. Like,
I gotta have it say this is the best response on Hinge. That's what I needed to tell me.
they need an analytics tab on your Hinge profile that lets you know, like, hey, uh, you're matching. We're only gonna line you up with women that have 100% completion rate on their chatbot experience with their profile.
So all three of them.
You won't take anything less than 100% for your matching algorithm.
Let's play a game, Kieran. I have it pulled up on my phone right now, and we're gonna go through my prompts and responses, and you're gonna rate them out of
Um,
10. You're gonna give me your AI chatbot analysis of my responses.
I've been
Are you
told
ready?
I have a bit of an AI myself.
You are the most AI guy I know. All right, this one's pretty dumb, and I might have stolen it from somewhere else, but it's probably the most generic one I've got. But my simple pleasures. That's the prompt. My answer: ruining a hot girl's day by liking her on Hinge.
So
Go
I
ahead.
have a
Go ahead.
question before I answer this. So the chatbot itself, does it does it use your response and understand what you're trying to say and take into consideration the scenario and what you're responding to?
That is actually the one that it doesn't have me flagged great on. It says I need a little more or something. But I did have a prompt that had like more on it, but I didn't think it was I don't know. It wasn't resonating. Nobody was into it. So I went ahead and I changed it out to try something else. That one's a bit of a test right there. Well, I say test. I
Yeah.
changed it and then I haven't been on this app in weeks.
I mean,
Um,
it definitely is an attention grabber, but I feel like self-deprecation isn't exactly what women look for, but I could be wrong. You know, that's more of like a save it for the comedy stage, you know? That's when
I thought that was a
I
little bit of comedy.
I feel like that's when
Well, my
self-deprecation can come out, but if you're trying to match with somebody,
well, you see, my goal is to even it out with the next one. Let's go to number two and
okay.
see if this
Well,
changes your mind.
for now, do you want whole numbers or decimals? I'll do it out of 10.
You can add a decimal if you feel like a whole number doesn't do it justice.
I'll give it a 6 too. I feel like that's fair.
Just like the height I put on Hinge. No,
Oh,
I'm kidding.
perfect.
Ironically, though, I did put 6'1", even though I'm only 6 foot. And the reason well, I'm like 6.5 technically. So if you round up, it counts.
Hey, you're
That's not the reason I did it.
six,
The reason
6'1.5". That's crazy.
the re- the reason I did it, and the women will back me up on this one, is if a guy puts 6 foot on their profile, no one believes them. They're all gonna be like he's 5'11" or 5'10", and he's
Hmm.
just rounding up to get that six number. So
Yeah.
even though I'm at 6 foot, I put 6'1", but I'm like a little bit over regular 6 foot, so I feel like I can get away with it. Um, a little bit of a white lie there, maybe. I don't know. I feel like it's a white lie that makes it more truthful because then they are closer with what to expect than if I put 6 foot and they think I'm lying.
I mean, if you
Does
have your
that make
shoes
sense?
on, I think it all evens out at the end of
Yeah,
the
I
day.
got.
So you can be like, oh, shoot, I measured with my high heels on that day. I don't know.
I'm 5'7" and I got 6-inch heels.
Yep.
All right, prompt two. What if I told you that my grandma thinks you should date me because I'm 6 foot, handsome, and successful? That is a real thing my grandma said. I did not make that one up.
I think bringing the grandma appeal in it automatically bumps that up to about a 9-1. I'll give that one a 9-1.
Ooh, nine
It's pretty
one.
good.
I might change my height to that. That's a pretty good number.
Yeah. But
I
then it's
I
also
like
you
that
have
one. It, it
to
it lifts you up a bit, but it's like, but my grandma said, and but
yeah.
it's Family Guy a little bit.
I
I
like
don't know.
that grandma said it. Yeah,
She did
but then
indeed
also
actually say
anybody
that.
could lie about that and just use their grandma for the appeal, but I know you're being genuine, so I like it. I like it.
Yeah, but no one else has said it on a podcast, so
Guys, Ethan's 6 foot, wealthy, loaded,
6'1" if
has
you're
a
a woman.
has a Bugatti.
Bugatti. I just donated it to a homeless guy last
Oh
week, and now I just
right,
have a
I forgot
Ferrari.
about that. He's booling now, and you're
Yeah.
even covering his insurance, so that's really nice of you.
I I had to do it. All right. Last one here. Worst idea I've ever had. Talk my way past a bouncer to crash a wedding reception. And I put dot dot dot. It was also the best idea I've ever had. I did get free drinks out of it. And that one's actually gotten a few. Well, I didn't put the
Mm,
free drink part at the end, but I did get a few responses on that on people swiping up saying, like, I've always wanted to crash a wedding. How do I do it? Um,
gotcha, gotcha. I also like that one, especially because you don't reveal how you've accomplished the scheme. So that gives them something to respond to. And I think that's also another important thing for profiles is you need to give them the bait, you know. You got the pole, you gave them the bait, man. And they're either going to run with that or they're not. But most of the time it gives them a reason to bring something up in a conversation. So I like that one. It wasn't I like it, but not as much as the grandma one. So
that's why I have it third. I have it at the bottom.
I'm gonna give it. I'm still gonna give it an 8-7. I think that's good.
8-7.
8-7.
I'll take that. The AI chatbot would probably agree.
Yeah.
Let's say what for the viewers out there. Is there a way for them to? I know on YouTube you can leave comments. Can they leave? They can leave comments on Spotify.
Yeah,
The
Spotify.
most commented prompt and answer. You have to look up the hinge prompts, I guess. But most commented answer to a prompt in the comments. I'll make that my first one. The one that was only rated at 6.1 or 6.2. Yeah, the one that was rated 6.2.
Hmm.
Um, I'll go ahead and I'll change it out to whatever the top commented prompt answer is. It doesn't have to be the
Okay.
same prompt. I could do anything.
Or for those of you that aren't aware, because we haven't brought this up in any of our videos, every single podcast episode on Spotify only, I have a poll attached to all of our videos, and it's usually something related to the video. If you're listening, you'll kind of be able to relate it back. But all of those polls, I kind of have just their end date is like the end of this year. So go back through all the videos and answer those polls. And maybe I'll add your, instead of doing the top comment, which they can, but we could also just make it a poll and then add multiple options if you'd rather do that.
Yeah, but then I'd have to think of four good options, and as you can see, I struggled to get three.
Mm,
So I don't think I'm gonna get another four ace in the
true.
holes
That's
lined up,
fair. That's
which is
fair.
kind of
We'll leave that to the,
my
we'll
whole
leave it.
idea is to let them do the work for me. I'll let them get the girl for me. I just show
True.
my face and
So yeah, we'll do
ruin
top
their day.
comment for that, and then we'll come up with something else for the poll. Maybe like rating one of Ethan's filled in things. But yeah. Anyways.
There we go. So make a game out of it. So
Oh, I thought you were going somewhere.
I
The
know
way
I
the
I
way you said so, I was like, oh, he's gonna say something.
I definitely was, but I just spaced instantly. Let me ask, how did so whenever you were single, what were your methods for, I don't know, meeting people? What
Well,
did you do?
let me filter back to the plethora of women I was with. No, no. And for those of you who don't know, that
Everybody
is not accurate. But what I mean, I just kind of hung out on the apps. I don't even think I pursued anything from that. Like there were some people I added and continued to talk to, but nothing really ever came of any of that. Um, I remember at Purdue, I DM'd a couple people like on Instagram, and it's sometimes I was about a 50-50 with eliciting a response because it's mostly like, why would anybody DM me on Instagram, first off?
I always thought that was a weird way to like start something with somebody. I've never just like DM somebody on Instagram ever because I feel like I don't know what to say. I mean, it's not a dating app, so you don't even know what the person's looking for if they're talking to anybody. I just don't know. I don't know
Mhm.
how to turn that into something. So honestly, props to you for having the balls to do it. And it seems like it actually kind of worked a little bit.
Dude,
Um, at least with the response.
I had an insane DM that should have elicited a response, but it was somebody that was on like one of the Purdue sports teams, so they did not answer. But
Oh,
I really hope I can find it because it was actually phenomenal. I'm kind of scrolling here.
Kieran,
If I don't see it soon, I'm just gonna
you
give up on it. But
if you can't share that on the podcast, nudes are not allowed on Spotify.
oh yeah, my bad. Dude, they might be soon. Spotify kind of seems like they're growing. Like it's like they're trying to take over YouTube to an extent. They don't, well, there are ads, I guess, but they're not as annoying as YouTube ads. And they don't take forever to just sit there and buffer and loading the ad. Like, it's like they have them preloaded already. Um, but we can add, obviously, we use our video footage on the Spotify pods. So, like, is that soon gonna evolve into, like, you can upload any kind of video on Spotify? Like, I don't really know what their direction is. I don't know what their limitations are. Could I just be uploading everything on YouTube also on Spotify, like my gaming content as well? What's really stopping me from doing that?
Your imagination is the only thing slowing you down.
So I thought about that. I was like, why can't I just upload the gaming videos that I made? But I don't know. Okay.
Did you find it?
So I did
I'm
find
gonna I'm
it.
gonna rate this out of 10. It's my turn now.
Dude,
Right,
this
Kieran's
one is
DMs.
insanity. It's
It better be good.
absolutely
You,
so
we
out of
both know
pocket.
your fiance will be watching this moment
She
in
will
a
be,
couple
and I'm
hours.
pretty sure she was around when I sent this, so I think she knows this one. Um, so this isn't gonna give it away, but this person's like initials were AP, right? And
Oh my
I said, does AP stand for amazing personality? Cause you've got a fat ass.
See, whenever I said earlier that some guys say things on Hinge that are a little bit sometimes out of pocket, I'd almost consider including that in that list.
Yeah, that
Now,
was bad.
is that absolutely hilarious? Yes,
It was
but I could
12.
see that going 50-50, maybe like 75
Mm-mm.
25,
It was
75% in the wrong direction.
it was definitely not good, but it was hilarious, and I'm pretty
It
sure I
was
was
hilarious.
drunk when I sent it. So it's okay. It wasn't meant to be taken literally. It was supposed to just be
Yeah,
funny.
no,
And I
that
knew
is
they
funny.
probably wouldn't respond, so I had to send something absolutely just outrageous to even get a chance at a response. So that was the best I came up with.
Dude's almost married and he sounds more desperate than I've ever heard anyone in my life.
Well,
I
no,
had to get that response. I had
this
to.
isn't me now at all. This is
No, I
college
know, I
Kieran.
know.
College Kieran was he was unaware of the
He won't
world.
he won't show us the timestamp of 2 weeks ago.
No, never, never.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought I remembered that, and I thought you'd get a kick out of that. So
I did get a kick out of that. That is pretty oh, I don't know if I'll say good. It's pretty funny. I don't know. It could be good. It could be good. I mean, if you know your audience and that's your audience,
those it's
that's what you gotta
definitely
do.
one of those like regrettable Insta DMs. But you know,
Whenever I think
it
of
happens.
somebody in Whenever I think of somebody Instagram, like Insta DMing somebody just out of the blue, cold, cold, that's exactly the kind of, DM I think of whenever I think of that happening. Like that's exactly what I would expect. And I don't mean that in like a bad way. I just mean that as in like I don't even know. It's pretty good though. I like
Yeah,
it.
it's just
Thank you
out
for
of
sharing.
pocket stuff. Yeah, no problem. I mean, you shared your I already forgot Hinge. You already shared your Hinge prompt, so I figured I'd share a little something from my past. It's only fair. I think another one I would use it's not raunchy at all. It was something that usually elicited a response was I would post it's kind of cringy. I would post the uh that like shooting star emoji and I would tell them to make a wish or something. It's stupid and corny, but it did actually elicit some responses. So you can give that
Okay.
a shot. So
And was that also an Insta DM tactic?
that was an Insta DM tactic. It was like, oh, a shooting
I mean,
star, make a wish, and then yeah,
shoot, coming from the guy with the fiance, I feel like I should write that down. That's got to be like the Bible to guys like me. I got to do that right now. Is the podcast done? Can I
like
can I get off? I got to try something.
write it down, write it down, write that down. Well, again, none of these came of anything. So take it all with a grain of salt. I'm just, reminiscing. Well, I shouldn't say that because that sounds like I'm like that doesn't sound good. I'm just
Nope, that's what he meant.
no. I'm much happier where I'm at now. It was more of a remembering how cringe college was and how it made us act. Because honestly, freaking animals, dude, all of us. It was bad.
I wish I could say I've gotten better.
You're still an
On
animal.
the weekdays I have, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty chill, so that counts for something.
Chill
And
guy at
Sundays,
work. Well, it's because
I'm a chill guy at work.
work sucks the animal out of you, dude.
I don't think is that a new phrase? I don't think that one's gonna catch on.
work, work sucks the animal out
Sucks
of me.
the animal out.
Hate when my animal gets sucked out of me. Dude, I'm just walking me and my animal all day. We unleash on the weekends.
Probably gets sucked out of me on
Dude, we
Monday.
might unleash the animals this weekend, dude. It is Strassenfest season.
Oh my god, I almost forgot about that completely. I won't lie, you had me so worried. I'm like, did I double book myself again? I've done that like 3 weekends this summer. It's
Hey,
bad.
no problem,
But
dude.
yeah, Strassenfest.
It sounds like the boys are kind of aiming for Saturday night beer garden. I don't know if that's what you're
R-
rocking with.
Rookie, I took off Friday so I could go Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Like a true
So you're
champion.
gonna be
The
burnt by
3 day bender.
Saturday?
No, I'll
Oh,
be as strong as ever. It's my third day rally,
strong as
followed
an
by my second
ox.
day rally.
Oh my god.
I
You're
do
like
not
you're like
slow
a
down.
draft horse, dude. They just chugging beer, sweating, pigging out, and doing the same thing tomorrow. I mean,
I mean, I'm not doing it because of, the fest, seeing everybody, having all the beer around. I'm doing it because it's a mental game. I have to prove to myself that I can still do that. That I'm not too old.
dude,
23. I feel like I'm pretty old anymore. Sometimes after a night out, I wake up the next morning, I'm like, "Man, I was out till like 2 a.m. last night. I'm dead today." When that used to be like the normal time I'd go to sleep in college. And it makes you feel old. So you have to prove to yourself by doing a
okay.
3 day bender that you're still hip. You're still cool. I think you should join me
Only
actually.
if you're of age, of course, guys. Drink responsibly. But um,
Kieran's
yeah,
words, not mine.
dude, I get kind of cooked at like 11 p.m. nowadays. I guess I need to step my game up. I'll do a little bit of warm up this week. Work's taking us out to a South Bend Cubs game.
Oh,
Unfortunately, there's
nice.
no beer vouchers, but I will be down in some brews at the game because it's midday. I'm with the work folk and it's baseball, dude. Freaking I don't care if it's the Cubs. It's freaking baseball and I'm drinking.
Drinking is a mandatory part if you're of age to having a good baseball watching experience.
Dude, I'd
I mean,
I'd
baseball
say it's
baseball
barely
can be
baseball
fun.
without drinking, you know? Is it even
That's what I'm
baseball?
saying. Because I mean, you have the moments of action in baseball, and then you have like 5 minutes until the next ball is hit, at least. And so it's like you got to have something to do to fill that time with. And I mean, what else is it going to be other than a nice cold brew on a
Flood
hot day?
flooding your mouth with that nice cold refreshing lager, you know? It's honestly it's kind of beautiful in a way. I'm almost like romantic about it. Dude, nothing's more
I'm almost
romantic.
shaking thinking about it
God, I just cannot wait to drink at the baseball game. I'm shaking. I'm just so freaking
with
fired
excitement.
up. I'm so fired up, dude. Dude, I can
Nothing in
feel
between now and that game matters.
dude, there's not many Wednesdays that the animal gets to come out. And it's gonna be at a Wednesday afternoon baseball game.
Oh
Oh,
no, he still has to go into work at normal time on Thursday.
dude, that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I mean, getting paid to be hungover is the best way to be hungover. Why do it for free when you
Dude,
could get
and
paid?
well, my other dilemma is I do have to make it home after the game, but that's a problem for future me, you know?
That, that's a problem for your coworkers who want you to show up to work tomorrow.
No, they'll be all right. I'll have plenty of time. I mean, I don't have to go in until 7 a.m. The game's at
Oh,
noon.
I'm saying they got to get you home.
Oh.
You got to ride right there.
I'll probably just hang out with the rest of the South Bend homeless until I've recovered enough to drive home. And trust me,
So after you've
you don't have to go far to
hung out,
find those guys.
I was gonna say after you've hung out with half the town, where are you going next?
They're around. They are around.
It is rough up there. It's
I
like
think I
Notre Dame and then nowhere else I would go at night.
Notre Dame is about the only reason to even be in South Bend. I really don't know what else you do there. It's I'm pretty sure it's like the homeless like it has the highest homeless rate in Indiana, like above Indianapolis. As in
And
homeless rate
Gary?
as in like homelessness to the population, like the actual density of homeless people. Because obviously Indianapolis has a higher population, but if you're talking ratios, I think it's higher, dude. I think it might
Oh
be
man,
higher.
you better quit bragging. I'm starting to think South Bend's hot shit.
Somebody at work was telling me that because he's talked to a lot of the nurses and stuff at the hospitals, because he's like a first responder and whatnot, and he was saying that a lot of the homeless people there, I don't know, if it's just there or if it's in general, but like they're like, I don't want to like be controversial here. This is solely out of the words of somebody else's mouth, okay? Um, but they were saying that like a lot of the homeless people, like they are like loaded apparently. Like they have a ton of money, but they have like some kind of mental disorder to where that they don't want to be like in an enclosed space like a home offers. They want to just like have the free will to just go out into the world, and then every couple months they'll go into the hospital, uh get all vitamined up, hooked up to IVs and whatnot, figured out. They pay in cash and then leave because they're just like loaded. They don't have any like responsibilities, but they do have all this cash that they can just pay to get treated every couple months and leave. I was like, there's no way that's like the standard homeless person. I was skeptical about it, but that is exactly what he told me. I'm not even like fudging anything in that.
I believe he believes that.
I'm sure that's what I
Um,
want to believe, but I don't know.
yeah,
I don't want to
I
sit
don't
here and
know.
say most homeless people can get out of homelessness. Like I don't have that perspective on it, but I mean, I'm sure that's not the only disease a homeless person can have. It's not
I'd
even a
say
disease, it's
addiction
like a
might be one of them.
psychological issue with not being in an enclosed space. I mean, that's kind of smart if you're loaded. Like, the government can't really track you. You're kind of just moseying around, paying with cash everywhere. Like, you have a lot of
Yeah, but
free
then you get
will.
mugged.
That
You get mugged
arguably,
once and it's all over.
no, you can get mugged, bro. You got the money. You can protect yourself. Just,
What does that have to do with anything? I got, just smack him with the fat wad of the hundreds.
pull out the AR, dude. Just out of the shopping cart.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's just homeless people with ARs walking all over the street.
You don't know. You don't know.
Don't go to South Bend. Don't go to South Bend.
If that's the
Even
kind of
look
homeless
at
we
them rich
have
homeless
here,
guys. They'll shoot you
dude, there's like a
allegedly for
homeless
the
ring,
algorithm.
homeless person ring out here, man. I don't know what's going on. It's like that dang mafia. Yeah, but he told me that. I was like, sure. I'm not gonna argue with you. It's something that I can pass on by word of mouth, and people can believe what they want to believe out of that.
I mean, you can't prove them wrong.
I can't. I actually can't because I am not gonna find myself in a situation where I'm talking to these homeless people about how rich they are. So
Well, unless you mug the homeless people and see if they have enough money to fight back.
I don't think I'm gonna take that test.
Oh, I should have prefaced that those were the words out of someone's mouth.
Yeah. I yeah, I think the fact that I don't want to say they have nothing to fight for because that just sounds mean, but I
Yeah, keep going.
think they might body me, dude. I don't you don't know what they got going on. They could possibly just body me.
Yeah, but imagine the story for the podcast.
This
I
might
mean,
be a
doesn't that
very
motivate you?
controversial podcast, dude.
Yeah,
But I think
I think we're
I
not
think
gonna
if
do that.
I think if the viewers made it to this point though, they kind of knew what they were in for, so it's probably okay.
Make that the poll question.
Would you? Do you know rich homeless people? Yes or no? We
Yeah,
just got to
we
know.
can
This
just
is
learn that
solely
way.
research purposes. And
Have you witnessed a homeless person pay for a $50,000 hospital visit in cash?
that's too specific, bro. Way too broad. Oh, here's
Oh,
what
the
we
only
do.
thing I added was the 50.
If Here's what we need to add to the comments as well. If you were a rich homeless person, like money wasn't a problem, what would you do? Like, what would you do? I'm just
Buy
curious
a home.
because well, that was his argument is they don't want a home. Like you can put them up somewhere, but they'll just leave. That's what the nurses are saying, dude. I don't know what nurses
Well,
are seeing this, but
have you seen the show Reacher? Have you seen that show on
is that
Prime?
like Jack Reacher? Is that his name?
Yeah, Jack Reacher,
I
but
haven't
the
seen
show's just
it, but
called
I know
Reacher.
what it is.
He is a guy that's homeless by choice. He makes, I think, a decent amount of money. I think he ends up giving most of it away.
Mhm.
But like he just goes around because he just enjoys the wandering aspect. There's
Okay.
probably some people like that who just like to wander and just see different things. I'm sure they don't get caught up in as many crime rings, well, like murdering people in crime rings as
Yeah.
Reacher does. They're probably not just like casual CIA trained, operatives walking around just blasting holes in dozens of people. But I believe there's probably people who just like to travel and like they might not even have a van. Like in the show, I think he takes like greyhounds everywhere. And then like
Nice.
he'll pick up some work when he's somewhere. Find something to make a little bit of money just to get by. I bet there's people like that. Now, do I think they just stay in South Bend and pay for expensive hospital visits? No. But the thing I just said seems a lot more plausible.
This has to be one
I feel like
person that did that, and now this lady thinks it's a bunch of them. So I don't know. But yeah, maybe that's why he's rich. He's collecting profit off of the idea that you can be a rich homeless person traveling anywhere. And so they got a lot of profit from the Reacher show because they stole their idea.
ooh, that's true. It is real life Reacher. He's out there and he's in South Bend.
wearing
Don't do crime in South Bend.
wearing
Kieran, don't get
rags.
up that homeless person. Reacher will get you.
Those richer riches to rags is what they say.
But
Yeah, they're hanging
well,
out here, man. Uh yeah, I don't really I don't communicate with the locals. I try to stay away from the locals. I'll hang out with well, I don't hang out with, but I would hang out with the Notre Dame folk, but that's about as far as I'd go. I'd say that guy I met at Walmart asking me to the UFC party. He was kind of on the line of who I would actually, hang out with that I don't know. He was borderline okay, but not quite there. It was the receding hairline for me.
You have to have full head of hair, 6 foot, 6 figures, everything to talk to
Wealthy.
Kieran. Kieran won't even talk to you. Well, that's 6 figures.
That's why we're sitting here talking to each other, Ethan. That's what your grandma told me. I mean, I
Oh
was like,
shit.
this Ethan guy's all right.
I gotta thank her once again. She's doing too much. She's doing too
Dude,
much.
honestly, I'd argue without your grandma, we wouldn't be doing this podcast right now. Which is
You would have
true.
never
Which
you
is
would have
true
never
in
looked at
more
me.
ways than one.
Oh, you are correct on that one. That is true. You can thank her for this podcast.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. We might need to wrap it up. I have to pee so bad. And I think that's also why the conversation has gone off the rails a little bit. To be honest.
Having to pee just makes you say, stuff that gets you canceled.
I don't think we entered canceled territory, but we definitely got on the radar. So
We're on some list, not the most wanted list yet, but we're somewhere.
hey,
We're definitely on a
we're
on
in
a watch list.
America. We're in America. We don't have to fear the libs right now. It's okay. We're fighting for ourselves.
I don't know, man. Hopefully, no, never mind. That joke is that joke would get us canceled. I'm done. I was going way off the rails with that one. All right, let's go
Oh,
ahead and finish this up. Is it my turn for the speech?
yeah, you wrap the speech up.
Alrighty, let me channel my inner motivation here. What's what's gonna get everybody through to the next week, to the next episode? Are we releasing this episode tonight?
Yeah, we're releasing tonight, which is Monday. Let's fire up let's fire up our local animals. Get their animals out during the week, Ethan.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. There's 3 days in between, 3 full days in between Monday and Thursday. But if you start the second you're watching this at 10 p.m. on Monday night, I mean, why isn't there a beer in your hand right now? What are you doing? You know how you've been feeling a little old? You've been slowing down, haven't you? Your body just sometimes you wake up, you have aches and pains. People scare you with scary words like job application and responsibility. Ugh. Don't worry about it. And you know the best way to forget things? Beer. But not one. One does not do the trick. Oh Lord, no. You need so many that you don't remember how to count.
Oh.
Now we're getting somewhere. If if the bender continues now from Monday to Thursday, I guarantee you will have no worries. And you might say, Ethan, I have work between Monday and Wednesday or Monday and Thursday when the next episode comes out. And yeah, you do. But that's what breath mints are for. Nobody can smell it. And you know what? Honestly, you might get promoted because you'll just be so agreeable and easy to get along with. They'll be like, Ethan, what do you think about, or, insert your name. What do you think about so and so's proposal? I thought it was great. Well, that's awesome. Now, now you are connecting with your boss, your coworker on another level, and invite them out with you. That's team bonding. Happy hour, sad hour, every hour in between. Have them over for all of them. I don't know. I'm really running out of things to say.
Yeah,
I think that's it right there. I think the message was clear.
I think yeah, you might
You'll
get a
feel younger.
Michelob sponsorship here soon. Um, for all legal purposes and not getting our podcast taken down on every platform imaginable. We are both over 21 years of age and are legal in the state of Indiana to consume alcohol. Please drink
I was talking about
responsibly.
root beer. Were you not talking about root beer?
Uh,
Sprecher,
yeah,
A&W, Barks.
yeah,
Those are the sponsorships I was gunning for right there.
yeah. I like Dad's root beer.
Dad's root beer, solid.
Mhm.
That's true. So go have some Go have some root beer. Hold the root.
Dude, I will say root beer
That
will
was
make you an
awful.
animal
That was
too.
awful.
Root beer will
It
make
will
you an
make you an
animal.
animal.
All right, guys.
I mean, shoot.
Again, drink responsibly. Can't stress that enough. Lord knows
Unless
we
you're at the
haven't.
Jocelyn Fest.